Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to phase through walls in Half Life Alyx. And the reason why I'm teleporting is because this controller has so much stick drift I can't even move around normally, so I have to use teleport. Unfortunately, but you're going to need continuous turns. First, you're going to open your menu, click Options, Preferences, Snap Turn, click this once, Continuous Turn, and you're going to turn it up all the way up. If you could turn it up to 100, but usually it only lands up at like 99. And you're gonna go back, and then you can resume. But I like saving, so you can do that. Alright, I just turned off voices, so now I can show you this. So you're just gonna go over here. Careful of those barnacles. Hopefully you can catch up, cause I can't. I have to teleport, or else I won't be able to move at all. But I'm gonna show you how to phase through walls once we get to this section. And no, I'm not trying to build up like before I show you like and subscribe. I'm just gonna go to here, cause in case you've ever played this chapter before, you don't really. Personally, I don't like this level. It's just combine encounters in your first time seeing the vault. It's not really that interesting until you get into the Northern Star. So if you want to, you can go to this gate up here, like we usually go over there, and then you're gonna turn your head like this the same time you turn your joystick. So you do this, and then you can just phase right through the wall, and you can do it again. So you turn with this, and then you gotta move like a tiny bit forward, and also turn your head. And then if you get it right, you should be able to just phase through the walls. And it's not only that. People say that you can only phase through thin walls. That's not true. You just gotta keep spinning and spinning and spinning, and then you'll make it there. I went behind the... Anyways, you can phase through doors that need key cards. If you want a puzzle, but you don't want to solve it, you can just phase right through. And then you can go to this section where there's grenades. So, I'm gonna pick them up. And then... just, if you're going through a very thick door, don't try to stop moving, because usually, sometimes when you stop moving, you'll just like end up like stuck there. I don't really know. It sometimes happens to me. But you can also phase through here. And the bonus of phasing through there is that no zombies will spawn. There's usually 2 zombies that spawn here and you have to kill them before you go in the elevator. Here there's just no zombies at all. So you can just do that. But I'm gonna phase back through. But yeah, I think this is a really cool way. I don't think they're gonna patch this because it's a single player game. And it's not like it's actually affecting the game itself. You're choosing to do it. So, for example, you just go through here. And the best part is when you phase through there, you come all the way over here. There's no guys with guns. Usually there's a bunch of combine here that will shoot at you. You don't have to do that. You just head over here, and then you'll see the Northern Star up here, but the cables won't be loaded in, obviously, because you phased through a freaking wall. But it doesn't affect anything, so you can just do that. Go right through, and then head to the Northern Star from that little window. The ambience will still be on. And then you can also phase through these things as well. You can phase through a lot of stuff, actually. I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna go for here. Just be cautious. If you're going out of the map, be careful, because not all things obviously have colliders, so you could just die. Which is why I'm gonna save here. There is stuff behind here though. You just gotta phase through a couple times, like this. And then now you're through. And then that place doesn't have colliders. So this is where you go after you break those chains and complete the Northern Star. You head over here. But there's just nothing. There is an invisible box, but everything down there is just death, death, death. But you can see the vault. And actually, those cables are a little bit strange. I think that's the cables for the Northern Star that teleport onto that substation, but usually you go through a little thing. I don't know, but somewhere you reach like a little office area, and then you can look at the vault. But like cables are like weird. But that's the Northern Star cable. You can just explore everywhere. Really, this is where you usually be a combine fabricator, but there isn't. I'm gonna phase back through. But everything still interacts. And you can also get up to the substation. So usually between the Northern Star, whenever you get down to this section, there'll be like these doors will open, and then there will be a puzzle. If you face for that puzzle, and then you climb up those little bars in the hotel, I made it all the way up there, and I just skipped this entire section down here where you had to kill a lightning dog. Or a reviver, as they call it. I don't like that name, personally. But I think it's pretty cool. I think you can still climb up there. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna try. There is an invisible barrier here, though, so you have to take a different approach. I haven't done a lot of grab content in a while. I made a map about this, but it's pretty terrible. So, I'll try to make it better. You can climb up here. It's possible. But I think you're gonna have to phase through a few things. So you just keep phasing, and then once your feet, you may have to phase through one more time. For some reason, there's a lot of barriers. I don't know why. Probably because they don't want you out here, obviously. I guess I'm just gonna phase through. But if you get motion sick easily, don't do this, because you have to like spin around a lot and turn, and that's not the most appealing to new VR players. Yeah, so when you go in here, you can get up there, but there's just too much barriers that I can't. But if you want to, you can skip the entire super weapon chapter. And then finally here, so all you have to do, I'm not gonna say it, well actually I technically can, I've gotten this far, but now, at the substation. Also, and then you just snip the cables, let the Vortigaunt out, and then you go on your way. Why does it feel louder? Hold on. Oh, it's not. I don't care. But yeah. So, snip the cables, let the Vortigaunt out, give the speech. Not you, the Vortigaunt, obviously. You get a pretty good angle of like everything here. Alright, I'm gonna stop wasting your time. Goodbye.